two poles of same pole strength attract each other with a force of magnitude F when placed at the two corners of an equilateral triangle. If a north pole of same strength is placed at the third vertex, it experiences a force of magnitude equal to. So, given that we have an equilateral triangle, take care of side D, place two poles, okay, of same pole strength which are attracting with each other, which means that one is the north pole and the other one is south pole. To take care pole strength of each one is M. So the force between these two is given by F. We know that from Coulomb's law, the force between the two poles F is equal to mu naught by 4 pi m1 m2 by d square. From this F is equal to mu naught by 4 pi m square by d square. Now we are placed a north pole at the third vertex. Let us take here the vertex A, B, C. Now what is the resultant force on the north pole at the third vertex, that is at C. Now the resultant force on the north pole at C is the resultant of force exerted on this north pole at C by the north pole at A and south pole at B. That means take here the force exerted by the north pole at A on the north pole at C is given by, so radially outwards, because this north pole at A repels north pole at C, let be taken as here F1. Next, the force exerted on the north pole at C by the south pole at B, the south pole attracts the north poles, the direction of force that is toward the south pole. Okay, so the resultant of these two is given by the force exerted on the north pole placed at third vertex. Here these three poles are at the corners of that equilateral triangle. So angle at C is 60. So if we consider this angle between the two forces F1 and F2 is 120 degrees. Here if we calculate that magnitude of forces, that is F modulus of F1 vector and F2 vector, both are equal. So that is given by mu naught by 4 pi m square by d square. Now if we calculate that, the resultant force on the north pole at C is Fr vector equal to simply F1 vector plus F2 vector. So from this Fr equal to root over F1 square plus F2 square plus 2F1 F2 cos theta. Now since here F1 is equal to F2, from this Fr, by simplifying and putting F1 is equal to F2, this will get here 2F1 cos theta by 2. From this Fr is equal to 2F1 cos 60, because theta is equal to 120, therefore theta by 2 60. From this Fr equal to, simply will get F1. Okay, by simplifying this we will get Fr equal to F1, that is mu naught by 4 pi m square by d square, that equal to F. Therefore the resultant force experienced by a north pole placed at the third vertex, that is given by F.